the next decision was how to structure this whole project. And we had actually had here at OEC a dial-up internet company 30 years ago. Back when dial-up internet was kind of getting going, it was right before there's a lot of deregulation talk around the country. We were being told by everybody to diversify our services, so our members were asked for dial-up internet, so we got into dial-up internet, and through that, with that we set up a subsidiary. And so we had a subsidiary that was kind of still alive, and so that was kind of our first thought. Now this is a lot bigger project, that was so small, just a couple hundred subscribers, and ended up, obviously the world changed greatly from dial-up internet. So setting this up, it was, we met with another great partner of ours, which is BKD, the accountants, our accounting firm that does our audits, and they walked us through all the different structures. Of course, Connexon did as well. They said this is how most people are doing it. In the end, we chose to do a for-profit subsidiary for a number of complicated reasons that I knew at one time. I don't know if I could spout them off again, but the main thing, set up a separate LLC and have this business run as a separate entity, mainly for the protection of the members. We're now, as a fiber broadband phone, eventually TV company, going to be getting into members' homes, which we hadn't done that before. We always stopped on the outside, and whole new world. So a limited liability company, obviously by name LLC, was thought to be the best way to just shield the members in case we're doing something a little bit different that we wanted to set that up. So David is basically in charge of the LLC, and so works through that, and then OEC Electric is basically we are the investor in the LLC, 100% owner of the LLC. So we provide the financing to them after we subscribe the financing, and then he runs the day-to-day operations. What's unique about our approach, which is what Connexon recommended, and it's kind of what what Randy, I don't know if he invented it or how he came up with it, but is just that the actual electric co-op owns the fiber, and then we contract the use of that fiber to the subsidiary. So actually all the fiber build is technically under my purview. And so the build process has been probably one of the most straightforward parts of this whole project, simply because it's all new, it's new material and stuff, but we've been hanging things on poles, putting things in the ground, hooking things up to the side of houses that's our business. And that's one of the things we're really, really good at. And so now what's been different about this is the speed. The broadband deployment that we're looking at doing, the members are screaming, and we have 5,000 miles of line, 5,000 miles to build, and someone's going to be first and someone's going to be last, and that last member, as a co-op, everybody is equal. So we have to, in this, you can't do it all at the same time. So that's been the real challenge, is to go out and to build it at the speed we're getting at, because obviously the faster you go, faster you hook people up, the faster you get income coming in, and so financially speed matters. And so that's been a challenge, is to just take a co-op that's used to working at a pace, and now we're going to take a separate company, even though it's still owned by us, and say, you go do this and do it at this speed. And it's just been, it's part of the reason why we brought in David as someone outside of the co-op world. As a electric co-op, we're an 80-year-old regulated monopoly, and so to think that we can go at a startup internet company speed is tough. There's some individuals in the company that I think could do it. Most co-ops are not going to have that type of approach. So need someone. David, he came from a background that he can go that speed. If you've ever met with him, and you'll talk to him, and I know Abby knows,
good speed.
He's fast, and that's what you need, because it's don't have the benefit of all the history that the electric side has. So that was one of the critical decisions that we made, to do something different, and it feels different, but it's much needed for what they're doing.